If you want to get in contact with me, the best way to do it is on Instagram. If you just want to say what up, if you want to tell me you love my videos, if you want to tell me you hate my videos, the best way to do it is on Instagram. Peace, y'all. Jonny Fastlane here. So, Lil Baby helps 2 Chainz get a stolen hard drive back, and Dave East is Method Man. Plus, 50 Cent tells the Emmys to kiss his black ass. Let's talk hip-hop. Yo, so 2 Chainz goes on Instagram yesterday, right? He posts up a picture of Lil Baby, and then he says, I want to take the time to salute and acknowledge Lil Baby, a real street general. Bro, was able to get my hard drive back for me and Schoolie, and I appreciate that, 1,000, right? And this is cool, right? So I guess, you know, in the recent kind of days, 2 Chainz gave a little snippet of a new song. He was also last week teasing a new project with Future. And you know that Lil Baby and 2 Chainz both worked together before, right? But I guess maybe 2 Chainz was in his studio, right? And maybe some dudes was around. You know how it is. People and their entourage be around, and it's music, maybe on a hard drive that's fire, and somebody will just steal it, or somebody with sticky fingers will take your joint, right? And then call you up and be like, yo, if you want your, hard drive back, pay me $20,000. Or, and it's the streets, man. People are hungry and they're going to try to get what they try to get. So even if they have respect for 2 Chainz, or even if they like 2 Chainz's music, or even if they were privileged enough to be in the studio with 2 Chainz, they might go crazy and just try to, extort him and say, yo, I got your music. If you don't want me to leak it, you better pay me, X amount of dollars, or whatever the case may be. Right? But whatever, maybe, I guess, and there's not really too much details on this, right? But I'm guessing that Lil Baby, being from the streets of Atlanta, just like 2 Chainz and just like a lot of dudes that's down there, Lil Baby maybe heard through the grapevine who it was, you know what I'm saying? Maybe the person that did it even knew Lil Baby, or whatever the case may be, and Lil Baby was like, nah, you know what I'm saying? We don't do that, you know what I'm saying? Well, at least not to 2 Chainz. You could do that to somebody else, but not 2 Chainz. So he got the hard drive back for 2 Chainz, right? And just gave it to him, you know what I'm saying? Which is dope. And then 2 Chainz had to go on social media and basically salute Lil Baby and be like, you know what? That's the type of time we're on right now. I respect you and I appreciate you, right? And a lot of people are like, yo, Schoolie even commented on there and was like, this is a real street dude. One of the only street dudes even left, right? And then Lil Baby commented on it too and just put heart emojis it's love, bro. You know what I'm saying? Which is so cool because, a lot of people, even if they had the ability to do this, even if they were in the position to do this, they might not do it. They might be grimy and call up 2 Chainz and be like, yo, man, you should probably pay him the $10,000, and then go on the other side and tell the dude yeah, when he pays you $10,000, give me 2 of it. You know what I'm saying? But Lil Baby just got it back for him. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Here you go, bro. You my bro. Take it. You know what I'm saying? And plus, at this point, 2 Chainz is a legend in the hip-hop game. But just because you're a legend in hip-hop doesn't mean you're a legend in the streets. You know what I'm saying? That's 2 different things, right? But for you to have that respect from Lil Baby, in the streets and in hip-hop, it's saying a lot, yo. And Lil Baby did what he had to do, and that was fire. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. Alright, Joe, so this is dope, right? So on September 4th, Hulu is coming out with a series about the whole Wu-Tang story, right? And this is dope because they've got a bunch of young actors playing the different actors from Wu-Tang, right? There's a dude playing Jizza. We don't know him, but there's a dude playing ODB. There's a dude playing Raekwon, another one playing Ghostface, you know what I'm saying? And if you look at all of these people, they kind of really do favor the actual rappers, which is so dope, right? But the person that's playing Method Man is going to be Dave East, right? And y'all know Dave East is from Harlem. He's from New York, right? He grew up in Queens, kind of like Queensbridge, where Jungle kind of heard that Dave East was kind of rapping, and that's when Jungle bought Dave East to Nas, and then Nas signed Dave East to his record label, Mass Appeal, before Dave East inked a deal with Def Jam, right? But this was cool because Dave East is one of those rappers that, even though he's new, even though he's young, he's really on his rap, like boom bap type of music, right? So, you know, and I know how y'all are, right? Y'all are like, oh yeah, people in New York, those old heads, all they want is the old boom bap kind of rapping, rhythmical, satirical rapping, and they don't want to hear like the new kind of rap, right? And I hear you and I get you, right? But Dave East is like one of those rappers who spits like miracle, satirical, like rap, boom bappity, rap, and you know, he doesn't sing or nothing like that. And he's new though and young, so it's kind of weird and different. He's more like a Don Q or Joey Badass, you know, but y'all know Dave East. It's not like I have to explain to you who Dave East is, but this is dope because, you know, RZA kind of gave him the cosign on the acting tip, right? And so Dave East was kind of like, yo, listen, when Nas signed me to Mass Appeal, that was dope because I got the cosign on the rapping tip and I was accepted by all these rappers. And then people from Wu-Tang, you know, especially RZA was like, yo, Dave East is a dope rapper. He's nice. I respect his flow. He's restoring the feeling. He's bringing the old New York sound back, if you know what I'm saying? But then Dave East also said that he felt honored that RZA kind of respected him on the acting side of things too, right? Which is also dope because RZA has, you know, acted in a lot of films, you know what I'm saying? He's crossed over. He's executively produced a lot of films too, so he crossed over on that too, and he's executive producing this series about the Wu-Tang Clan on Hulu, which is also fire. This is going to be a Hulu original series, right? And then Dave East said that he wants to tell the story, because now he's really getting into this acting thing, right? He's like, he wants to tell the story of Rich Porter too, who is a Harlem legend, right? And for y'all that don't know, Rich Porter is like a Harlem dope dealer from the 80s, and he's basically, y'all seen Paid in Full, right? With Rico, Money Making Mitch, and Ace, right? But their real names, well, I don't know Rico's real name, Alpo. And then, you know, Ace was AZ, but Rich Porter is Money Making Mitch, right? So Dave East is saying that he wants to do like a movie or a series or something, you know, a project where he can tell Rich's story, because really and truly he got killed like during that time, right? And he died tragically. You know, his little brother got kidnapped and all that. And so he just kind of wants to tell that story. So I think that that's dope, and I think that, you know, since Dave East is from Harlem, he knows a lot of people who were closely connected, whoever's still around from that era, who will be able to tell stories firsthand, right? And at this point, you know, the statute of limitations is gone, so they can kind of just be like, yeah, I was selling 800 kilos of coke a week, and you know, be good and everything. So I think that that'll be fire. And since Dave East wants to get more like into this acting thing, hey man, that's dope, man. Tell a story. And these are stories that, you know, OGs and legends and triple OGs and double OGs from Harlem, they tell it all the time. Just like in California, everybody pretty much knows the story about like Tupac's murder and, you know, Baby Lane and, you know, them grabbing the chain in the Foot Locker and then going to the Mike Tyson fight and Suge Knight jumping them and all that stuff like that. Everybody knew that. The streets know that story. That's a legendary story, right? So in New York, the same thing with like Alpo, Rich, and you know, all them dudes. So I think it's fire, man. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. Alright, so 50 Cent has something to say about the Emmys, right? Now, alright, so the whole situation is this, right? So the Emmys, they're like the top tier, you know, award show for TV, right? So just like, you know, and I'm more into hip hop and music, of course, you know, let's talk hip hop. It's more like, you know, the Grammys of TV. So, you know, yeah, there's the MTV Awards, yeah, there's the American Music Awards, you know, the BET Awards, the Country Music Awards, and all those awards are cool. But in New York, in music, the award that is like of the highest prestige would be the Grammys, right? And the same thing goes for movies, where there's a bunch of different awards for movies, and I think MTV even has the MTV Movie Awards too, right? But but the highest prestige in movies is the Oscars, right? And then, you know, the same thing goes for TV, where I'm sure there's a bunch of other award shows for TV that I don't know, because this ain't Let's Talk Television, you know, it's Let's Talk Hip Hop, but the Emmys are the highest prestige of awards for TV, right? And, you know, Power has been #1 for a very long time, right? And it's constantly going viral, and it constantly premieres #1, and Power has not been nominated for anything as far as the Emmys goes, as far as the prestigious award for TV shows, as far as scripted TV goes, not reality TV, right? So 50 Cent goes on Instagram, right? And he's like, Star's original series, Power premieres ranks at #1 for the summer and #2 for premium cable in 2019 amongst viewers, right? And then he says the season 6 premiere drives more than 40% rise in viewership on Starz over the last season. So this is like the biggest premiere that they have even had with Power, right? And then he says Power was #1 on all social media, and it was trending in the United States and worldwide on Twitter, right? So, you know, the night that Power premiered on Sunday that just passed, everybody was talking about Power TV, Power TV, Power TV. Whether it was because, you know, Angela got killed and everybody was like, oh my God, Angela really got killed. Whether it was because, you know, Ghost and Tommy actually had a physical fight, you know, whether it was because people wasn't feeling the remix of Big Rich Town with Trey Songz, but whatever the reason was, everybody had something to say about Power, right? Which just shows you the impact that the show has, not on just the culture, not on just hip hop, but the world, right? Nationally and also internationally, right? Which is all dope. And this is fire, right? So then 50 Cent, you know, he posts that up, but then he captions it with the fact that, you know, Power has not been nominated for any Emmys at all. He said the Emmys could kiss my black ass in slow motion. I'm #1. They a bunch of Bengay, rubbing, back hurting, foot smelling ass old people anyway, right? So basically he says that, you know, this is racism, right? And he basically says like they don't want to see, you know, somebody who executively produced something like 50 Cent or even the producers, you know, a lot of employees that have a lot to do with Power, they are black, for them not to be nominated for an Emmy at all, right? And, you know, I feel you, you know what I'm saying? I guess it's that. You know, I don't know what it is really, but I do think that it's crazy how if they're #1 and they're breaking all these things, and how, you know, really and truly Power gave life to Starz as a network, period. You know what I'm saying? It's the biggest show on their whole network. For them not to at least get a nomination, I'm not even saying like give them an award or a win, but at least a nomination, you know, would be cool, I guess. But you know, let me know what y'all think about this and everything else in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell. Follow me at Jonny Fastlane on Instagram. Y'all already know what to do. Peace.